I have three little pieces on different kinds of knowledge, but first I want to read one of our number. A poet here, he's extraordinary, but I want you to think of this, each of you poets, as a tribute to you, to the poets who come together with us and bring so many amazing things. This is a poem of Roberts called An Egyptologist's Imagist after H.D. At the outer edge of space-time, relative to a scholarly owlish perspective, tabula rasa when you're born from the veins of Dionysus on the Acropolis. An opiate-inspired landscape, the mirror images of a Siberian tiger's eye. Observatories in the Andes Mountains, tracking satellites, the cosmos. All the way to the hereafter, at the dawn of creation in the planetarium, rediscovering the synergy ex cathedra via ogives of the inner planet orbiting, their hierography of old Schliermann on the road to Damascus, Florida dawn light on the Bosporus, the valley mountains overarching Golgotha. Henry, looking into the comfortable pages of his authorized version, the Egyptian hieroglyphics of the Coptic Christians rewritten in Aramaic. Windows are open to the churchyard, to an unfathomable portal area, the only one I can remember reading the Siberian Railway's timetable. Returning to the mountains over Baba Yaga, excavation of corpses, traveling north from Megiddo to an international seminar on Genesis. Resembling the Silk Road, reconstructing the Arch of the Covenant, Istanbul, Darwinian taxonomy, a Neolithic on the islands of the Galapagos. Our brother Robert, sir, your work is tremendous. And again, that is a way of thanking all of you for the amazing work that you do. And now I have a couple of my pieces I'd like to share. This first one reveals a kind of knowledge that is sadly lacking. This is called a behaviorist perspective, the causes of racism. Take note. The group or troop, the clad's gland hand, the sign of 9, the grip in the dark, the posted mark informs a stable state of norms. Remembering the frames of membrane games, brain disguises, shade your eyes in apple pies as it sizes the territory, the turf. Well, the good should, our kind of town. Our group is right in the sight of good God's smile. Even sunlight reviles your kind outside the pure to lure with your kind's lazy, stupid stunts. A sparrow of a different hue could be torn and clove in two by a few of another blue hunt. The strength, bounding, bonding, unicellular life in multicellular strife, responding, deciding, ties the atom so tight, minute molecular might, and chooses in precise measure who you'll sleep with tonight. Beehives survive by tribes' trance. The queen's romance excludes the rude outsider, protects the provider, determines the rider of the queen's desire, emboldened invaders, reduce the chance for the tribe to advance. Social groups and baboon troops and fishy schools know who the foe is, when to go, who's the friend, where's the end. The rules used, training fools by gene and team wish. That's culture's dish. Keeps the Portuguese man of war banging on the door. It explains to the colony who to hang on to and why. Cultural clash, like red hands and black as a reason to attack, is a common step to keep them hep to good guys and bad. But isn't it sad how often the supportive social ties, the tools of molecular rules, can conceal the lack and leak of the social contract to the greater stack? The organs of your hand would be foolish to war or inflict harm on the arm. Could the leg force the knee to submit or flee? Could the brow to the forehead say, drop dead, be gone, am scray, and then in confusion sway against the neighbor's array? As this is to make a fist to relate the cultural trait, a boundary in this or any country. Take Humpty Dumpty, he's really something to relate to the ground with a loud cracking sound. Unicellular or multicellular, in clothing and in motion, you're expressing the notion of your tribe. It doesn't hide, it wouldn't try. But membranes even say, if you lean over easy this way, together is stronger and lives happier longer. Cultural riffs needn't cause tiffs or express fists in pain what it is when they mean the support of us. They needn't bleed trust or force us to muss the membrane's edgy thrust. But if you say it must, the symbiosis is being, osmosis its meaning, sure you know this. There's no relief in grief. Let tribal libel cease. Extend the grace of space. The use of social bonding to unite is great, but even edges meet and act to attract the surging urge to merge. And this, I'll let this be my final one. This is called Robot Rat. You know, we're all being enhanced now, right? Now they're implanting inputs in the brain, and there's little translators that are just jazzing you up. The robot rat. Steering the rat with electrodes planted neath its skin when steering pressures granted. It's all good, said the lab coat man, pressing some keys with a busy hand. He steers the rat under a rock, urges him forward with a pulse to his tail. The rat goes on in the cage of his skin. The video views in the stereo pair. You wonder who gives scientists theirs. We place him there in the surgery stand, implanted circuits with scalpel brand. Does he go left or does he go right? Let's stir up some pleasure. He'll jump in my head. That's nice. A wire here to pleasure, a wire here for pain. The yellow ones go on the other side. Over here, the pain ones ride. So here for pleasure and motion to watch what happens when the pain ones go blue. Right there, we turn pleasure to pain with the last few, his little pink brain, 2 in each foot and 1 in each ear. 45 wires run the length of his tail. But that's not you. No! Thank you all very much.